We're going to take you live now to Katooma in New South Wales, where Labor Deputy Leader Richard Marles is speaking.
Base Richmond, as well as visiting reservists in their role in terms of making roads safe. The role that the ADF has played, not just in the last few weeks, but in fact over the last couple of months, where bushfires have been very much front and centre in the work of the ADF, makes you feel proud to be Australian. They do our nation a wonderful service, and in fighting the fires and supporting the aerial campaign in relation to the fires, in providing refuge to a whole lot of and accommodation to a whole lot of visiting firefighters from around the country, the ADF has done fantastic work. You know, visiting the bushfire-affected areas here in the Blue Mountains is an astonishing thing to see. It's hard to comprehend the scale of it unless you see it. And one of the things that really struck me was that normally you visit the Australian bush and you'll hear the noise of birds and animals, but it was eerily silent as we walked through the affected areas here, and we just can see the scale of the ecological impact of these fires, and we very much hope that these will regenerate as quickly as possible. I would like to deal with one other issue of the day. There's revelations that have come in today's press about the Auditor General's report into $100 million worth of sports grants being misused by the Morrison Government in an attempt to see them save their skin at last year's election. This is astonishing. What's clear is that most of the recommendations of Sports Australia were ignored in the decisions that were made by Scott Morrison and his government. And so Scott Morrison was not making decisions about community sport. He was making decisions about saving the Liberal Party. And Scott Morrison owes an explanation to the hundreds of sporting clubs around Australia today about why he ignored their interest in favour of saving his own political skin. What this demonstrates is that Scott Morrison is not a Prime Minister for all Australians. He's just a Liberal Party hack. And not only is he loose with the truth, we now know he bends the rules for his own purposes. This is an absolute disgrace. Scott Morrison owes the nation an explanation. Thank you.